Okay, so here is the first soap in those logs that I'm going to be cutting up. And this one is called Honeybee. That's what the top looks like. There is, I've just kind of made it look drizzled on the top. And I've put some dried jasmine flowers there on the top as well. And it's just a nice, creamy, natural color. And let's see if I can get this. Hopefully that camera will stay there like that. And this soap is a cold process soap. And it's olive oil and coconut milk line. This also has a little bit of honey in it as well. How could it be called Honeybee and not have honey in it, right? I'm going to cut it on its side because I have those jasmine flowers on the top, so I don't want them to drag down through the bottom. I love just the natural creamy look of this. It smells so good too. And it feels so creamy. I can feel it through my gloves a bit, but oh, it smells so good, so good, so good. This one here smells like a combination of, to me it smells like fresh honeycomb. When you buy fresh honeycomb, like at the farmer's market, that's what it smells like to me. It's got that sweet honey smell, but not like a straight up sweet honey. It's got something else, and it's got that and I don't know how to explain it, but that honeycomb. Any of you that have smelled real honeycomb, you know what I'm talking about. And it's kind of like a combination of honey and floral, a bit of floral in there too, because when you think of it, when you think of like the honeybee going around and collecting, I got that cut just a little bit crooked there. It might be, hopefully it'll be 4 ounces or it'll be mine. When you think of the honeybee going around and collecting nectar, I just think of like our honeybees, how they have the pollen collected on their feet and, on their little legs, and and it would smell like a bit of the different flowers that they had collected from. And then they go back to the hive and they have the honeycomb there. It just reminds me of when I used to open the hive up, just the smell of the honeycomb and the honey and, the pollen from collecting, from all the different flowers and plants. That's what this smells like to me. It's a really, really, really nice scent. And you can see what color it's going to turn. The fragrance oil instantly turned it a little bit of like a almost yellowish color in there, but then the outside is turned this gorgeous caramel color, light tan, like, I don't know, maple syrup candy or something, or, color. Oh, it just looks yummy. It smells yummy. Feels yummy. That's a nice big chunky bar now. I'm getting a little bit of crumbling there on the edge, which I'm not too happy about, but I might have to clean up the edges a bit. Looks like I am, because that's not going to stay. So, I don't know. Might have to clean up the edges just a little bit. We'll see. And again, I've got that cut a little crooked. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but that's a big chunky bar. That's going to be over a 5 ouncer for sure. cutting them just a little bit slanted. Not perfect, but they'll work just as well, just the same. Maybe my eyesight's off a little. That one's better. Okay, so I'll get moving right along on this. And just that edge, that one edge is coming off like where I'm cutting it on the very bottom, so I don't know exactly why, but maybe it has something to do with the honey, maybe it has something to do with the fragrance oil, but I don't think it detracts from the soap. There's a little bit of, you can see here and there a little spot, and that's of, honey that I probably didn't get incorporated in there as well. It's not dreaded orange spots. I don't think I put anything else in there besides honey for natural ingredients. I think that was it. The honey and the coconut milk. I think that was it. I have to go back and check my notes. But and cutting these on the weekend, so if you hear kids, the girls, and they have a friend over, if you hear them come bounding down the stairs, be prepared. It'll get loud fast. They're up watching a scary movie right now, so if you hear kids screaming somewhere off in the background, then no, we're not torturing them or anything like that. They're torturing themselves up there watching those scary movies. I won't watch them. Ooh. I can't stand. I sat there and tried to watch a little bit of it with them, and then there was a part coming. They were all like, "Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad." And I got up and left. I couldn't do it. I'm a chicken. I don't like that kind of stuff. I can't stand movies that have like torture and killing and doesn't do anything for me. Okay, so I'm going to cut the end off here. Sideways. And, woo, that'll be some big bars if I cut that. Let's try this. Let's cut a, let me try it this way. Let's cut a bar off here and see what we're left with. That big old chunky bar too. That's going to be well over 5 ounces now. This one is way too big. I'm going to cut just a little bit more off that rounded end. We'll send that out as samples. There we go. A little bit crooked. few extra samples there. That soap is actually basically almost fully cured. We'll still let it go for another couple weeks there, but it's been sitting for a while. Need to be cut. Okay. So here is Honeybee, and here's what bar looks like. And it'll all turn that nice, gorgeous. All I could think of is what maple syrup candy or maple sugar looks like, and that'll all turn that way on the inside too, which I'm really glad of. It's just a gorgeous creamy color. There's no added color to this, and it is a fragrance oil, but of course I only use phthalate-free fragrance oils. So, and yeah, it's got some jasmine petals there on the top. How many bars did I get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So they're nice chunky bars. If they're 15, that means they're nice big bars. If I get 16, then they usually run right around the 4 ounces. Here's the mini loaf of that. Got one of those available. That's a nice chunky, nice big heavy mini loaf, so I'm sure this one's going to weigh 18 to 20 ounces, but I sell them as a pound. There's my samples on that. Look like little creamy candies, maple sugar candies with flowers on top. And there's the end cuts. So, alright guys, I will get on to cutting one of the next soaps. Thanks for watching.